good through our ears. We see that which is good through our eyes. And that we live our life as we should live as a human being to the best of our ability. Bhadram karmi Shriyamatheva Bhadram Pashi Makshabhiryajadvam Sthirai Ranghai Tushtuvarum Shashtano Vihi Vyashema Hitam Yahayu Swasti Nayindro Vrittashava Swasti Bhusha Vishvaveda Swasti Bhaksho Varishtanevihi Swasti No Brahaspati Dadu Om Shanti 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 Om. This is a wonderful opportunity for dialogue. Dialogue is vital if this world is to have peace. Peace cannot occur by destroying violence. Peace is like light. All that light has to do is manifest and the darkness vanishes. Light doesn't need to take a sword, a gun, an atomic weapon to get rid of darkness. All that light needs to do is appear. And when we are peaceful with our own self, when we become at ease with our own self, we become at ease with each other. And if each and every one of us starts to feel at ease, the world manifests peace. The concept of Jiva Karunyam is a very important concept that has been given great emphasis by Ramalinga Ayyalar, who lived not too far away from here, and who understood the divine as Arupel Jyoti, Kanipel Karune Arupel Jyoti, that Jyoti Swarupam. Because ultimately the Vedic concept of the divine is beyond form, beyond name, beyond time. And each and every one of us has that divinity within us. Now, if we have that divinity within us, what makes human life so special? Well, animals eat, they drink, they sleep, they mate, and they have fear. These are common to animals and to humans too. But as a human being, we have the opportunity to make choice. The ancient Indian tradition looks at the concept that we human beings are endowed with buddhi, and that buddhi, which is the higher intellectual aspect of us, has the ability to know the right from the wrong, has the viveka, as the name Vivekananda comes, vivekam, which is so important to live as a human being with choice. I take responsibility for my life. I take responsibility for the choices I make, what I think, what I say, and what I do. Now, when we take that responsibility, the highest responsibility, another word for responsibility is dharma. Now, dharma is often translated as duty, dharma is often translated as religion. If you go to the north, they say, what is your dharma? Meaning, what is your religion? Dharma is responsibility. Manushya dharma, human responsibility. The highest dharma is said to be ahimsa. Ahimsa paramo dharma. And that is why the concepts of yoga, as codified by Maharishi Patanjali, and that we follow in the tradition of yoga, the first rule of yoga is ahimsa. And I often remind my medical professionals, the first rule of medicine is also do no harm. In the Hippocratic, do no harm is the first one. And that is why we unite yoga and modern medicine in times. Now just mean that I am not killing you or I am not beating you up. As sister was saying, somebody just has a small problem in traffic, they beat them up, they kill them. It's not that. Oh, I don't kill anybody, I don't hit anybody. Do you speak in a violent manner? Well, I don't speak violently. Do you think violence? So many people may not manifest it, but it lies inside. The responsibility of the human being to be aware of the self. That is the Swadharma. Suya Dharmam என்று சொல்ல போனா தனக்குள்ள நம்ம என்ன செய்யறோம்? நான் யார்? As Ramana Maharishi said, who am I? What am I doing? What is the purpose in my life? We ask ourselves that question. And we realize that we have, according to the principles of the Vedic literature, we have the responsibility to live as a human being, dharma, and through proper channels fulfill the next part, which is called artha, that is material prosperity. We then can fulfill emotionally kama, and finally when we are ready, attain moksha. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha nam chaturveda purushartha, they are called. The same thing has been given by the great Vallala Tiruvallur, who has given us aram, purl, imbam. He left moksha out because when you fulfill these three, that will happen automatically. You don't need to work on that separately. That is why he looked at it. And that is why I was so happy today to see the musical and dance presentation of his verses. One of the very beautiful concepts that I love with Tiruvallur is the concept of Arivinan Aguvadum Undo, Thiridin Noi Tannoi Potrakade. If you cannot understand the other person, how can you call yourself human being, an intelligent human being, a learned human being, if you cannot understand the other? Empathy is the word that comes to mind. And this is why we realize that karma and dharma, they go together from the, I'm not using the word Hindu till now, this is the first time I'm using it. Because Hindu is a term that has been placed on Sanatana Dharma from an external source. Sanatana Dharma, that responsibility in your life that is eternal. That is how we live it. And of course, in my own personal life, it is more of the yogic dharma. But one of the very important concepts is the link between karma and dharma. Now, immediately when I say dharma, we all think என்னுடைய தலையெழுத்து. இப்படிதான் நம்ம நினைப்போம். We think of it in a very negative way. That I did something wrong, I'm going to get punished. But karma is the action you are doing, not only the reaction. And Newton tells us every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So, karma is understanding whatever I think, whatever I say, whatever I do, sets off a cycle that is going to come back at some point in the near future. Now, when I understand it, I start to take responsibility, and instead of blaming somebody else for whatever happens to me, I start Atma Vichara, asking myself the question, what have I contributed to my present condition? That question, what have I contributed, is where the spark comes from within. Because the moment you realize what I do now influences what happens tomorrow. There's a big debate. Is it destiny or free will? I say you have the free will in this moment. But once you have made the choice, it becomes your destiny and you have to bear it. But we have the choice in the moment. And this is why the concept of living in the moment, understanding that if we live in tune with dharma, our responsibility as a human being, not as a biped. Most of us look like human beings. Are we living as human beings? Are we thinking as human beings? A human being is one who can understand the other, as Tiruvallur so beautifully has told us. If we cannot understand the other person, if we cannot cannot feel for the other person, how can we claim to be humans? And when we start to live as a human being, fulfilling our karma starts to get attenuated. And they say, with fully functioning senses, all your apparatus should be functioning, all the faculties should be established, and pursue the noble way of life, live as a human being. Shatamanam bhavati shatayu purushasya shatendriya ayush yevendriya praditashtrati rojanam rosamana somanam somana kalyana.